Hey everybody, it's W. Mark Watts. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me again. This short video, I just want to give you a heads up on something that I found out about as a result of spending the whole day in the ER. So after my trip from Vegas, or actually during my trip to Vegas a couple weeks back, I started feeling lightheaded, but I was up on the 58th floor, so I thought that maybe it might be just the fact that I was on the 58th floor, or maybe there might be a little bit of sway in the hotel or something, but I wasn't sure what it was, but I did recognize that I started to feel dizzy. So after I returned back from Vegas, I stayed with a friend in Atlanta and noticed that the symptoms were still there. And then that weekend, they got even worse. So my dizziness continued. I started getting headaches, and I noticed my blood pressure had risen a little higher, and I had been tracking it because the doctor asked me to as a result of my last physical. So Monday, that following Monday when I woke up, my blood pressure was high, I was really dizzy, felt really bad, spacey. And so the backdrop to why that's really serious for me is because my family has a history of heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, you name it. So we have a whole host of very serious heart disease issues in my family. So at that point, now I'm starting to get really concerned. So I go to the ER, I go to the urgent care first, and they check me out. And once they get all the facts, they said, hey, we think it's best that you go to the ER to get a full checkout. So, I take it very seriously. I go to the ER. So I spend the whole day in the ER. Now, nothing changed throughout that whole day. Blood pressure stayed high, still had the dizziness, still the spaciness, just didn't really feel good at all. But all of the true tests came back negative. So my EKG came back solid, my CAT scan came back solid. So at the end of the day, what they did was they started to put me on blood pressure meds, which I'm okay with. However, that night I had a meeting with a session with my spiritual mentor, my spiritual counselor, and my energy healer. And she confirmed for me what I thought it was. And it was actually, or it is actually, ascension symptoms. So it's basically a result of the changes that your body's going through as you're awakening, as a part of the awakening and a part of your ascension process. It actually is physically changing your body inside. And in order to make room and as a result of those changes that are occurring so that you can bring in more light, therefore give out more light and love, your body, in addition to your mental capacities, are changing. Your emotional capacities are changing because they are being released, and everything's being rebirthed in you, and it is recreating those changes. So the point of this video is to share the fact that if you do recognize some of these symptoms, and if you do recognize other weird symptoms that are happening with you, first and foremost, definitely get checked out by your doctors. Do everything that you have to make sure that everything in the 3D world, everything on this earthly plane is okay with you. And if it's not, do what it takes to get better there first. Then I would elicit the fact that you start to figure out, do some research to see what the variety of ascension symptoms could be. And notice that if that's what may be happening to you, because as a part of this twin flame journey, when we start to make this shift, what I've learned as well is that we're also going through this ascension process, this mad awakening process, which can coincide. And the two of them together, I can testify, can be quite a bit to handle. And it can be quite confusing. So just get checked out first, make sure everything's there is okay, and then start to dig into the fact that there may be some ascension symptoms and some of the ways that you can start to help alleviate some of those ascension symptoms as your body makes that beautiful transition into 5D. So that's all I've got for you today. Below, share some of your experiences if you're having some experiences, or if you have any questions, just hit me up, let me know. But I'm glad to know that this ascension path and journey is one of a kind, but that I'm okay. And actually, I'm feeling a lot better now as I do shoot this video today. But I know that there's a way to go. But I'm on the job, I'm working, enjoying myself, and having a great time. And I hope that you are doing the same. Until next video, talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye.